Hey, what's good? Hmm. My bad. I'm trying to see if that. Eh, nice. It worked a little bit, or it worked. I don't see it there so badly. Anyways, if you want to get an oil stain out of something, I'm using cornstarch. Seems to be pretty straight, but I don't know. I can't tell. I don't see it right now, but sometimes you gotta. It may pop back up, but I don't see it at all. So maybe it did. It did some good. Anyways, yeah, it was good. Mm, what's good? Gemini. My bad. You don't gotta be a Gemini sun sign for the messages. You have Gemini anywhere in your chart. Somebody's like, believe you me. I don't know what that's about. But this is a general reading, so you're not going to resonate with everything. Maybe you will. I don't know. But it's not meant for it to resonate with everybody, the whole thing, you know, et cetera, et cetera. Um, right. It's just crazy. um, oh, yeah. And use your discernment throughout the reading so you're not freaking out or tripping or whatever. And you could definitely you could definitely be the villain in your own reading. It doesn't mean anything serious. I mean, it doesn't matter. You know, either you are or you're not. Um, you know where you're at in your own reading. You know what's going on. You know what's up. Not every Gemini is out here being decent people. We all got our times, so it's not always bad that you have your moments and shit. So um, it's all good. Give me a second. Thing. Let's get to it, Gemini. My bad. Whatever. Whatever. Oh man. So you guys could be like distracted or something. I'm trying to figure out what the fuck is going on. I know my connection is trash over here, so apologies in advance. I should plug my Wi-Fi, but that might not be good over here neither. Or my whatchamacallit. Hopefully it's not too bad. But if it is, just let me know. I mean, not let me know, but if it is, I'll just do another, or maybe I'll stop and just do more tomorrow instead of trying to do them today. Either way, let's go ahead and get into it. Distractions, yes. Let's see what's good with you. I don't know what I'm getting. What's her name? Miley Cyrus. That song. That song been playing like crazy every fucking where. I almost feel like it. All right, let's see what's good. Do a couple of you guys before it's time for me to turn in. Try to do at least 3 people. It really depends on how the first person goes, which is you. I've been forgetting it's like damn near the weekend and shit. Let me know what the Sag, or you can have it in your chart. we got for Gemini? Gemini, creator. That's like the magician, but this is in reverse. You be dealing with a Aquarius. You don't have to. Huh. Okay. So Gemini, you could have somebody who is trying to copy your style. Now it doesn't have to be like that. You know, sometimes you could be an influencer and somebody's like, or like a fitness influencer maybe, or something like that. Somebody wants to be just like you, which, you know, it's not bad to want to like, you know, look up to someone or whatever the case may be. But it's different when you're literally copying someone and trying to transform your life or transform. But yeah. So this is about how somebody looks like physically. This is like physical shit. It's gonna be outside appearances. Doesn't have to be. This could be a friend of yours, or this could be you. Who knows? But what created here, that's like I said, that's like my magician card, but it's in reverse though. So I'm not really feeling that. But the environmentalist is upright, so I feel like somebody is definitely just curious when it comes to how to execute an idea without having to, you know how some people want to take credit for something without giving paying homage or saying, oh well, shout out to X, Y, and Z because they don't want to put me on or whatever the case may be, something like that. It doesn't have to be that deep. I go deep, but it's for people to understand, because some people, they need that type of vision, or they need that type of like stimulation or something to kind of get them to understand where something's coming from. Some people need that, some people don't. Some people is like, they get it. Others, they gotta like, they're like, oh, okay, yeah, I understand, you know, shit like that. But whatever. Somebody could be a perfectionist, or they can be like, you know, with a Libra, you can have it in your chart, whatever the case may be. But it's like somebody could be like a perfectionist, somebody could be like a health nut, they can be a fitness nut, or just a nut. But somebody could definitely be, you know, really into something. Or this could be you, whatever the case may be. But this is kind of like having a bunch of things, having a bunch of things, yeah, distractions, having a bunch of things you want to do or whatever, but not, the execution is not there. However, this is almost like going in for surgery instead of doing the hard work. No offense, people do it all the time, whatever, you know, but it is a thing. I really hope this clears up and it's not like gonna be extra the whole time. Anyways, but yeah, some other stuff too. I don't like the copycat energy entirely, because this is kind of like you have, it's like you or somebody having like a mediocre vision of something, and then another person kind of, they're the ones with the master plan. They're the visionary. They're the ones that actually have it all planned out. They're the ones that have it all together. They know exactly what to do, how to do it, when to do it, why to do it, where to do it, etc. But there's like an energy of someone else not really having it. So it's fine if somebody else is like a visionary. They know how to, this is what they do. This is their life, or this is what they do. For this could be you. But either way, it's like somebody can be like an actual visionary, or they just know like this, that's what they do. That is their life purpose, or whatever the case may be, whatever that means. And there's another person or another energy of like, unless it's all together, because we can go to that, but it's like another energy of somebody who may not have the vision but has the ideas. Like they know what it is they want to do. It's kind of like when somebody, they're good at you know how some people are like good at just drawing, or good at doing something off a whim, or just able to like draw, paint, whatever, like just, it's like that. And then you got other people where they have to learn how to, or they have to take courses, they have to do this, they have to do that, they have to practice. I'm not saying the other person didn't practice, but it's like almost another one person being gifted and another person having to learn. It's nothing wrong with any of that, but somebody could feel as if they are they have to live up to some type of standard of another person, especially if somebody is like, I'm not gonna say a muse, it's like this could be an energy of somebody is like, I have to be as good as my brother, I have to be as good as my sister, or my sister is this, that, and the third. I need to be doing the same thing so that I can. It's like, but that's the thing though. You guys are different, unless y'all are twins. But it's like you guys are different. I don't know what this is entirely, but it's like you guys are different. So if somebody they need to have their own identity, whatever the fuck that means. Just because one person is gifted at something and another person have to learn something doesn't mean the person that has to learn something is bad at something. As bad at that particular thing. I feel like this is like when two not really necessarily two minds that think alike. It's like when one person is the planner, the other person is the doer, or something like that. One person knows how to do, one person knows how to create this shit, and another person knows how to put that shit in action, whatever this is. And it's like, stay in your lane pretty much, which is fine. Somebody could be born in the 70s, somebody could be born in 92, don't have to. Could be born in 91, don't have to. Somebody could be 19, it could be 21, it could be 29, it could be in their 70s possibly, or 50s. But I feel like you're good at, like, it's something that you are good at. I mean, I don't know if this is you that's trying to live up to somebody else's shit, or you look up to somebody, you're trying to be just like them or copy them in some type of way. This could also be you kind of like wanting to mirror back a side of you that you used to be, so that people can see that you're fit, you're this, you're that, and I don't know why you care, but it may be because you may feel like people don't really respect you or something like that, like they once did, because you were doing something you was doing something specific at some point in time that you aren't doing now. It doesn't even have to be that deep. However, this could be that simple shit could just be you kind of trying to copy something that you've done before. I don't know. For some of you guys, it's more so of like fitness or something like that. I don't know if you used to do something and you stopped doing it. Now you're trying to do that again because apparently people love that. They love whenever you were doing this down to third. So if this is just you trying to reenact something, there's nothing wrong with any of that shit. I'm just trying to figure out, like, why does somebody feel like, or you're trying to reenact somebody else's shit because it's unoriginal shit going on too, or something that's not someone's originally. This is not somebody's idea. This is somebody else's idea, or this wasn't somebody's like, whatever. It was somebody else's whatever, and somebody else is trying to do it. It's like people who go out and pretend to be Marilyn Monroe and shit, or they're just acting. They do it for the likes, the views, the this, the that, the blah 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 blah, all that shit. The attention, the money. I feel like that's energy harvesting, but it is what it is. It's like never letting anything die out because I gotta keep the person's whatever alive, even though that person's spirit is still alive somewhere. It's like people have to reenact other people who are no longer alive to, yeah. Ooh, you know what I'm getting? Okay. We got holistic here twice. Are you like, you can definitely be into like, yeah, holistic healing, whatever. You can definitely be into some type of like, the art or the dance or art or whatever that people do when it's like supposed to be healing and shit. What is that shit called? The dance. It's like some type of dance, that's supposed to be for like, it's like healing or something. I forgot what it's called. I don't know if that's significant for somebody. Dance has been significant, period, for some people. Some people really love dance or dancing. That's fine. However, the creator being in reverse, and you are part of the creation, Gemini. So that's why it's throwing me off, because I don't know if this is about you kind of trying to do something that somebody else is doing. It's not your lane, or you're trying to reenact something that you used to do, and it's like, but you're not that person anymore, or you're not that age anymore. I'm not saying that you can't do it. It's more so of like not wanting a part of you to die out, but who said it was dying out anyways? Like, when people try to make it seem like, women only have a certain amount of time before they're pretty much considered old or something in the industry, that's kind of how it is. Like, let me make sure they remember that, you know, who I am. Let me do some splits and some this and some that, because don't ever try me or something. It's just like, who cares if people think that you're old at 30 something? It's that shit's not even a thing to me completely. Maybe in a whole different other world, maybe a world that you used to be in. Some of you guys, I don't know, somebody can be used to be like famous or used to be something. I'm not saying they aren't anymore, but it's like an energy of, let me reenact the energy that I gave out once upon a time when I was certain, you know, such and such years old, and I was doing this, I was doing that, and the shit was hot. People were getting it, people were like on it. It could easily just be going back to a time where you were like doing the damn thing. Not saying you aren't now, but it's more so you were doing the damn thing in something. But it's like forgetting that at that time you was at a different mindset, you had different things going on, you were a different age, you were younger. It was like, is it just the energy of what was going on, or the fact that that energy brought in something that people could relate to more than they can now, or you just feel like you cannot relate to certain people? I don't know, it's something like that, without having to create something that's not you, or having to copy other people, or having to do something that other people are doing. And it's just like, that don't sell out, you know. I'm not saying you are, but some of you, yeah, some of you guys can definitely be some type of entertainer, because here it is, entertainer upright though, which means that, you know, this is real shit for you. You know, you weren't you you were definitely about that, about whatever fucking life you were. I'm not saying you aren't anymore, but things change. You know, that's pretty much what I'm getting at. And you will always be that person deep down. However, you're just grown, more mature. Um, More things are happening in your life. You might have had kids. You might have got married. It's like, it's not saying there's anything wrong with any of those things, but it's more so of like, it's like you're trying to prove, I'm not saying you are, maybe you are, maybe you're not. It's like trying to prove to people that you still got it, that you're still this, you're still that, you're still that bitch, you're still whatever the fuck people do, you know, because I don't know if somebody or people, or just the energy of people maybe trying you like you're old now, or like you're old news or something. And nah, you were the life of the party, you still are. I don't know, maybe you're trying to show that you're the life of the party, and you can still do this, you can still do that, but the wounded healer is here. So I feel like this is like some shadow, is like understanding a shadow side of the situation. Nothing wrong with any of that whatsoever. And now to flip this can just be somebody who is just driven by ego. So they feel like they can copy, and they can do this, they can do that, because they I feel like because they can. I just don't know if this is you or not. We haven't gotten to that. You can be a life path 9-1, master number 11, excuse me, life path 2. You don't have to be. Life path 7 can be significant. 5, yeah, 4 as well. Something to do with like a absent parent can be significant. If they weren't absent, it might have felt like they were absent, like they didn't hold your hand through life. I mean, to a certain age, I'm guessing, but it might have not been like, what I mean by that is they might not held your hand, like you kind of had to figure it out on your own. And this could be by ways of street shit, like you had to learn street smart. You had to, there's like things like that. I'm not saying you didn't know, maybe you had people who had sense and put that sense into you. However, there was no holding your hand when you had to go through this shit, or did this shit on your own, um through your own eyes, and walk in your own shoes, you know what I mean, like to experience this shit yourself. But you might have definitely still had guidance, but it wasn't like the guidance that, it wasn't like, oh, let me baby you through this. It's like, no, you need to learn this on your own. Or if you were just out in the streets and you just had to learn on your own. So, hard head makes a soft ass type shit. So shit like that. You or whomever. So I feel like you can also use your painful experiences to help others, but this could be something that you used to do. I'm not saying, maybe you did something to where back in the day or at some point where that's what you were on. I don't know what you used to do. I don't know if you were some type of artist, musician, whatever, and you could definitely use your experiences to help others through the pains that they may be going through. But it could have been at the time that you was doing this, it was people who was on your same level, or they was at your same age or something like that, that understand where you're coming from. Because yeah, ADHD, they grew up in the same fucking ages, I'm guessing. So this is like 80s babies and shit. I don't 80s babies, maybe 70s. If it's 70s, it's late 70s. All 80s and 90s. That's all I'm getting. So I don't know. Maybe this is this is significant timelines for somebody. The 80s, the late 70s, the 80s, throughout the 80s and throughout the 90s, maybe like mid 90s or mid to late 90s. Is real significant for somebody, especially 91 and 92. 77, 91, and 92 for somebody. I don't know who that's for, but I'm just saying. Um, was significant, but or through those times. Now it could just be 91 and through 91 and 92 that was like significant times for you for whatever reason. Some of you guys is 77 through 92. It was like significant years for you. So it's like you learned a lot, or you had to go through a lot, or you had to experience a lot through trial and error. You had guidance, but it wasn't like we're gonna baby you, we're gonna walk you through this and make sure you don't get hurt. No, you just was like I said, like hard headed. You was like, fuck your guidance. I'm gonna do this shit and just learn the way I learn. And hey, it is what it is. Um, so some of you guys, it's like, if I don't know what type of artist you are, you can be one. You could be willing to sacrifice yourself for the sake of your own art. So it's like, I'll die for my shit or something like that. Not me. I mean, whatever. I'm talking about like whomever. It's like, yeah, I'll die for that shit. I'm down for that. I'll die for that. I'm not gonna, it's like you're not gonna settle. You're not going to sell out. Okay, so that could be a situation with some of you guys. Now you're undefeated or something. Some of you guys might have really been like fighters and shit, um like warriors, maybe even in a past life. But I feel like some of you guys, you teach others to live a different way of life than you have or did. But I feel like this is not now. It could be now. Some of you guys, yes, it could be now, but I feel like this is some old shit that you're just you wanting to do now, or you're trying to put out there now, but the message is different, or it just hits different, or something's just different. But I feel like you may want to go back in a time where you were able to do this. I'm not saying that you aren't now, but you're literally able to um you're literally able to help others because you were actually going through it at that time. It's not like now where you've been through that so you can talk about it. No, it's like, because people do that all the time, especially old heads and shit. This is more so of like, I want to go back. It's like I want that feeling of what it was back then when I was going through it, and actually, you know um helping others through it as well. It's like, I'm an addict and I'm going to help these addicts through it because we're all addicts, but I'm self-aware type of type of shit. I'm not saying that's literally what it is, but example. So Phoenix here, rise from the ashes, all that's here as well. So you guys can definitely be, words can be significant, lyrics can be significant. You can be an artist, like I've already said. You can be some type of like poet. You don't have to be. Some of you guys could have definitely sold, like, you could sell bud now. I don't know if you're like, you sell bud or something like that, or you're a weed head or something, or maybe you are now and you used to be, or whatever. What was that? In reverse. So wants nothing to do with the outside world. Some of you guys, you don't really trust the people that's around you too much. You especially don't do the whole friend shit. I understand that. That's not for everybody, but some of you guys don't really do the whole friend shit. Some of you guys, you love your family, but it's something to do with the disconnect. No matter, even if the family happen to be your own kids and shit, it's like you love them, but it's a disconnect because you don't understand certain things. Maybe not. But some of you guys, you thrive when it comes to self-expression. However, it's something to do with how you used to do something, and maybe this is the feeling of it. So maybe you need to start writing more or something, start creating more. And you see, it's a type. Well, you can't see, but she got a typewriter in front of her. It's also a camera too, or a laptop. I don't know. It's something to do with creating something here, and this is like like I said, magician card, but it's in reverse. So maybe you just aren't creating anything right now that feels like, I want to say home, but I feel like when I say that, that's something to do with like your your childhood or something, or growing up, or shit that you used to do, that feeling you used to give or get, or like you want to feel that again. Okay, let's get into the rest of this. That's not for everybody. This could be somebody else. You know, just relax. And I don't know where Gemini is at in your chart, so it could be anywhere. It could be anything. Some of you guys may want to renew your vows or whatever. It's not for everybody at all. I mean, it could be a situation where it's like, you know, it's something like that going on, but I don't feel that. I mean, it definitely can be because it is here. So maybe you are destined to cross paths with somebody here. This could also be closure, but this is like a partnership, or reaping what you sow, you or somebody else. This is faded, but this is, oh, the tower. So it could be something like that. And this is old age as well, so I don't know how long you've been married. That's not for everybody at all. Some of you guys have been married for a long time, and maybe you just want something, or whatever, you know, maybe you just want something to feel how it used to feel. It doesn't gotta be marriage. It could be anything. It could be just, you know, partner, commitment, something like that. And you're just like, you want something to be how it used to be, feel how it used to feel. But copying somebody else's life or what they do to keep their shit going or whatever, I'm not saying it's the way to go, but it can be quite deceptive because it's not you. It's not how somebody fell in love with you, or vice versa. You know what I mean? Yeah, happy harmony, beauty, creativity. Some heavy on the art. I don't know what this art shit is about. This could just be being creative. I don't know if someone is like, it's like being grateful for something, being grateful for someone, maybe even. This is like openness to love, expressing love. That can be something too. Got reconciliation here, like expression love. Somebody can definitely be cracking soon. This can also be where something was a false start. It didn't start off right. So it could also be where it was premature. Maybe it was a rough start, and now it's getting better, or whatever the case may be. But it's all about inexperience. Everything, like anything that you've never done is a new thing. So I don't give a fuck what it is. Even if it's in a relationship and it's 30 years down the road, it could be some new shit. You're just like, oh damn. Like anything that would be considered new to you that you haven't done, I don't give a fuck how long it's been. That means there's an inexperience in that area, and it happens a lot. It's nothing to be afraid of. I don't know why people run away from change, or run away from, like, whatever. I don't know why people run away from change like it's something's got to be up. I mean, back to the trust shit. You don't really trust them easily, and I get that. But this is like having a willingness to open up, to appreciate, to express something here. Express something here. Could be love. Maybe you being more warm to things, because this is a cracked egg here, but without warmth, this shit's not going to cook. You get where I'm coming from? Without heat, without warmth, without something actually cooking is not going to cook. It's just the egg is not going to cook. It's just going to be a yolk, a dead baby. No, I didn't even say it like that. A dead bird or whatever. Like, you know, it's going to be just this yolk and embryo and shit. So whatever this is. So I mean, some could be a misfire or poor timing too. However, if you're making a pact, then if there's a pact made here, if there's a partnership here, I feel like the problem is this fox energy. I don't know if somebody's only out for themselves or this is like what I can get out of the situation. I don't like this fox energy. I just got this for Leo as well. I don't know if you're dealing with Leo, but it was something about a kid. I'm not going to get into that. But this could also be just like, you know, feeling like something's off, like you're getting trapped. Like that could be it too. Somebody may feel like they're trapped in a relationship or trapped in a marriage or trapped in something that's like, instead of being grateful for having something that is secure, something that's solid or could be or whatever, it's like somebody's always is like running off or some shit. I don't know if somebody feel like it's necessary or there is an emotional loss here, but this is like something that is, the silence is loud as shit. And that could be what I named your shit. I haven't been naming anything lately. I haven't been putting any titles on anything. Somebody's finding a hard time to be happy or to, someone's like feeling like they're really in their head about expressing love or expressing something here, appreciation, gratitude. Could be you too. You can have Mars and Gemini. You don't have to. Some of you guys, this is like when it comes to when it when it comes to investments and stuff like that. Some of you guys is more so of starting something, that spark, that passion, that flame, keeping something going. Always waiting for the other shoe to drop too here with this fox energy. Like always waiting for somebody to deceive, always waiting for somebody to try to sleight of hand a situation, always waiting for somebody to wrong someone, always waiting for something to be off, always waiting for somebody to be cunning and sly and sneaky. It's like, why that energy is annoying as fuck. But at the same time, maybe you got your reasons. I don't know. Or vice versa. But the Ace of Pentacles would be, that wouldn't be this, unless it's reversed, it wouldn't necessarily be a false start. That would be the best type of energy you can step in something with, especially if it's anything to do with commitment. It's like, I would rather somebody step to me in an Ace of Pentacles if it comes to commitment, because that is the ultimate commitment already. I mean, of course it goes up to the 10, that's the ultimate, but what I mean is like, if you're starting something, an Ace of Pentacles to me is an ultimate commitment of something solid as fuck. So it's just like, why does somebody think that's, I mean, it could also be marriage, like a ring or something too as well, but why does somebody think that, oh, it's a trap, like marriage or, I don't fucking know, partnership, marriage, something serious, somebody feels like it's a trap. Is that thinking? You know what I mean? Not being grateful for what was being brought to somebody because it's solid, it's stable, or it's something that is very trusting, it's something that is, you know, whatever, but somebody's not, it's always premature, and especially with the cracked egg, I can see that it's like almost, it's always premature, or it's not quite done. It's like having, you ask for medium rare, you're getting rare. It's like, that's not necessarily how I wanted to start it off, like starting off on the wrong foot, shit like that. It could be anything. It's different things going on here because I'm getting different stuff, and I'm not even like, I didn't even get to the motherfucking let's get one card. I didn't even get to the tarot yet, bro. That's why I'm sitting here like, it depends on how your reading goes, and if I'm going to do 2 more or not. I probably can only squeeze in 1. I need my rest and shit, you know. Yeah, drum. Self-expression. Man, some of you guys, I already said something about the self-expression. And then the mask. What are you hiding? What are you hiding from? Is it yourself? Some of you guys are wearing this mask, and this mask is the other side of Gemini in you. whatever the fuck that means. If you're about that shit, you talk that shit, this is what you're on. I don't really like this card entirely. The bird of the wire on a wire is a bunch of gossip and shit too. It's wild. You got 3 here, you got 3 bunnies here. That's interesting. So the desire to gossip, the desire to manipulate, the desire to keep secrets, the desire to be untrustworthy, the desire to talk behind somebody's back. It's like it's there. It could be a sudden increase, like somebody wants to talk more about another person, wants to gossip more. I don't know why, there's suddenly more gossip and shit like that. Like maybe this is something that you're not showing about yourself. I don't know if you're afraid to show all your personalities, Gemini. Like I'm not saying it's either wrong or not wrong or whatever. It's like if that's who you are. I don't know if you're like you got judged for being a Gemini or just having a lot of personalities, having a lot of sides to you. In any case, communication is your thing though. So it's like speak your mind. Even if the shit makes you look like this. Shady or like you're whatever untrustworthy. I don't know if somebody like untrustworthy. They feel like they can't trust you because maybe this is all they see is this mask. Like, where is the Gemini? Where is real Gemini at? Come out. Come out and fucking play. I'm just kidding. But no, you may literally be coming forth with something. That's crazy though, because I just did when I did your last one, not your last one, but the one before that, where I said it was something about assassination in wintertime. I'm getting that same energy with this fucking like speaker, this shit. What is it called? My bad. This record player and all this chatter and this gossip, this talking is here again. I'm not saying somebody's getting assassinated or anything like that, but I was picking up on heavy like fuckery, foul play, and a whole bunch of other shit going on. Like people playing and like laughing about something, pretty much. I'm not gonna get into that. I'm not talking about that. It's like that's politics. I'm not getting into it. But yeah. This can also be ego, projection, a whole bunch of shit. So I don't know if this is like you kind of because the vanity is here with the creator in reverse, but then we also got this mask. It's like that's very contradicting. So is that projection? Like this is about persona. Your persona. It's persona. Your persona. Maybe somebody like Pepsi. I don't know. Pepsi still out there? I don't drink any of that shit, so I don't know. Unless it's mixed with some brown or something like that. I don't drink soda at fucking all. The shit is like it. The first time I don't know why people like that shit. The burn should not be something that's soothing. This shit's not soothing at all. How the fuck is that burn soothing? Like that shit's it's that right there makes me feel like okay, if this is burning like this, it has to be fucking up my stomach, my whole body. So no, but yeah, about balance. I feel like it's time for you to send a clear message, but I don't think this is the way to. I mean, you can do this because if you're showing up like this and you're like, "Hi, I'm Gemini." I guess I wouldn't really be mad because you're showing. I mean, I can't be too mad, but I would rather the mask be off and you speak your fucking mind. I'd rather the mask be off and you send a clear message instead of hiding behind shit. I'm not saying you are. This could be somebody else. Instead of hiding behind shit, like talk your shit, Gemini. I'm not saying you're afraid, but maybe you don't want to stir some shit up, or you don't want something to be. You don't want some people to look, or you don't want people to look at you like a certain way. It's like, so what? You're a Gemini. I mean, I don't know. People expect you to. I don't know. You don't want to get judged, but fuck all that. Like, just be you. Be in your own authenticity, whatever the fuck that is. If this is about being fearless, I feel like it's more so about being fearless of being yourself, and you don't got nothing to really prove to anybody. I mean, unless you do, or whatever. if you have something to prove to people, then there's that. But if you have nothing to prove to anybody, who cares? Speak your mind, be bold, send a clear message. I feel like take the fucking mask off. Let people know this is Gemini that's saying this shit. This is not my alter ego. I mean, it can be. Say it's all me. It's all my egos and all my fucking personalities saying this shit. Not just the nice one today. This is the nice one, the rude one, the mean one, the cool one, the sexy one. All those shits is talking to you right now. but but yeah, I feel like this could just be music too. This could be like being a feature on something. This is like a going like an underground type of situation going on, or being, like I said, being featured on somebody else's song or some shit, or vice versa. Or this is like ghostwriting. But this is like ghostwriting your own shit. That would be interesting. But people don't know who could have fucking ever came up with this. Gemini. Unless this is the idea you're getting, but putting it into action, it could be a problem. You may need help for somebody. But you definitely, this is you removing obstacles. I feel like the obstacles is you kind of like having something to prove to people that you already have done. So let's get into the tarot. I want to see what's up with this perfectionist and all this other shit. Appreciate it. Katu. My bad if my shit's like, it's where I'm at, so shit's gonna be fuzzy and maybe laggy. I forgot how bad it is where I'm at. We're over here. Yeah, we ain't gonna make it to too many sides. I'm probably gonna be able to do one more. What time is it? Hell yeah. I mean, I don't mean to be making these like extra long and shit, but the messages be so, it's a lot sometimes, and it's like I want to be thorough. I said I was going to do short messages, but it be so much. There's like a lot of different people in here. They got more situations than just one. But if this is a situation that's like love related, speak your mind, show the real you. Self-expression is huge. You should be a good communicator. You are, but I don't know why you have the magician here in reverse, like you don't know how to fucking Gemini today. Or whatever. I mean, it happens though. Well, I didn't even ask, did I? You could definitely be waiting for someone to step up or something. Could be an earth sign. Maybe they're taking their time. Could be a man, could be an Aries, could be a Taurus. Could be a cusper, Aries, Taurus. Doesn't have to be, but or just the energy, a masculine energy. Yeah, 4 wands. This, for some of you guys, this is about a marriage or relationship or something like that. Or something where it requires stability. Where stability is, some of you guys, this could just be your environment, the people around you, like in your community and shit. Being the voice of reason. Maybe you gotta, I mean, this can also be about like family relations also, if possibly. Some of you guys are definitely like, yeah, there's the 9 of Swords, and you got the 4 of Swords too. Some of you guys may have trouble sleeping, or it may be like that in the future. But this could be because of something good is coming. You may have a lot of negative thoughts at night, maybe not. You can definitely be restless in your head, maybe just hard to go to sleep, hard to get to sleep, hard to stay asleep. It doesn't have to be that deep. Bars. But yeah, I feel like more self-care is needed. More self-care, especially if you're an auntie or especially if you're an auntie, if you are, meaning like you have nieces and nephews. You may not have kids of your own, maybe you do. Especially if you're an auntie, especially if you're like a grandma, mom, or a wife. You don't necessarily have to be. You could also be a business owner. But yeah, self-care is definitely is required. It's fucking required. I feel like, especially coming up, I feel like it's coming up soon. This is happening soon. Like, it's gonna be required. I don't know what that means. Maybe you need a fucking massage. Maybe you need to book a spa day or something like that. because I feel like this may help you with that feeling that you need to sorry, it may help you with communication, or may help you communicate better, maybe when you're more relaxed, or you can be having headaches too, migraines maybe even. You or somebody else, you know. What are you hanging on to? Some of you guys, this could be a relationship. It doesn't not. I'm not saying it's bad, but it's like a lack of direction when it comes to something here. Like what is going on? Where is it going? This could also be you sacrificing a lot for a relationship, for your community. Maybe your community is like just think that Gemini got it back, so we really do nothing, and you carrying the whole team, whole squad, the whole community on your back. You're like, okay, no, that doesn't mean y'all can act a fool and shit and not take responsibility or whatever. Like, nah, we're not doing that. We're not putting everything on Gemini. Y'all better fucking come and fix this shit, or it's like, nah, no. I'm getting that scene off of Boondocks when whenever it was the episode about Catcher Freeman. This was the episode when, well, we all, if you know the episode, you know the episode. But I'm getting the scene where they were like, yeah, Catcher Freeman gonna come in and do all and clear all the, like he just like was relying on Catcher Freeman to come in and just make everything better, and they don't have to do anything, and everything's just gonna be great because, you know, he's the savior of the day. And no, like, this could be a situation where somebody feels like okay, nah, Gemini got it, they're gonna save the day, they're gonna do all this, we can just sit back and just wait for Gemini to to do what they gotta do. Go Gemini. You're just like, no. So that can be real significant, where somebody may feel like, or people may feel like they can act a fool, they can do this, they can do that. Gemini is going to come in and fix everything. It's almost as like you're, it's like you got a child, and this child, or you got a teenager or whatever, and this teenager is, say you're a police officer or whatever. Almost like how Hank was on Breaking Bad, where I forgot the what you call the son name was, but whenever he had got busted for trying to get somebody to purchase alcohol for them, him and his friends dipped on him and he got in trouble. He ended up getting them to call Hank to come and deal with it, other than his dad. And Hank was a fucking DEA agent. So it's just like, but that's the thing though, like, just because, I'm not saying that entirely is a situation, but it's, well, at all, you know, because that's just an example. But it's like having a X, Y, and Z as a parent or whatever, and thinking that you can just do shit and get away with it, and you don't have to face any consequences or repercussions or nothing. Like, nah, my dad got it, he got it, or he got money or whatever, so my dad can just, you know, he can come and just clear this all up and just make it go away. No, then you're not learning shit. You know what I mean? It's stuff like that. Not you, but just whomever, you know, whatever the situation is. But I feel like there's uncertainty in a relationship, a marriage, a community, as far as like, do they got your back? Are they down for you like you're down for them? Are they going to do what they need to do to better the community? It's like you're leading, but motherfuckers are not. It's like you're teaching people, excuse me, or you might have already done this. You taught people, or you're teaching people, that this is definitely significant for somebody, how to make something better. Now it's up to them, whomever, kids, teenagers, adults, whatever, to take that knowledge or take those teachings of yours and apply it so that everybody can like chip in and make a community better. Not just, nah, we gonna listen to you, however we're gonna keep doing what the fuck we're doing, and Gemini, you can go ahead and clean up all the mess. We just gonna let you do it. It's like, nah, that's not how it goes. You can be uncertain of if the message is received. Like, do you understand? Are you clear to take what I've said, take this knowledge that I'm handing to you or whatever, and apply it and do something with it and grow or invest or spread the news, spread the good, this, that, and the third, so everybody know what the fuck going on, so everybody is like in on something, and they got my back because I got theirs. Not, oh, Gemini got our back, but we don't got Gemini's because it's like a lack of respect or something, you know, it's like shit like that. In any aspect, any area of life, I'm using examples because I have to, because everybody got different shit going on. But that's what this is. This is it. But it's like, I don't know if you feel like you gotta wear a mask and be nice. This is like people pleasing as well. Nah, fuck all that. Say what you need to say. You don't gotta people please, because that's when people are just like, they think they can take advantage and they can just treat you like whatever and say whatever, do whatever. And, you know, Gemini's not going to show the other side in them, because Gemini is, you know, they're cool. You know, Gemini cool. No. Negative. You can have Pisces in your chart. You don't have to. You can have Aries, Venus. You don't have to. But I feel like this is about perspective for others. I don't even think this is about you. I mean, it can be. You're not here, but you are. I feel like you play a big role in whatever this is. It's just the fact that you could be contemplating on if you should, if you can, if people hear you, if you're being heard, and maybe you have to crack the whip. I don't know. I don't know. I'm still getting that from the whole Boondocks episode, because it was all about slavery and shit like that. But the thing about it is, it's the same thing as if you're going into your own hood or going to a hood that you've been in and whatnot, and you ride for your hood, but your hood's still acting out, still showing out, still doing dumb shit, or still they're not getting it. Because let me give you another example. If anybody even listens to Kendrick, because this is a good example. His album, Damn, no, we're not even gonna go to Damn. We're gonna go Section 80. That's a really good album to point out problems in different areas of life. We're gonna go from Section 80, and we're gonna say his other one, his most recent, not most recent one, but the one that was is it Mr. Morale? I forgot. But anyways, I'm not even going to that one, because that one I haven't even fully like I haven't dissected that album, and it's been out for years. I haven't fully dissected that album, but I know exactly what he was talking about when I listened to it the first time. I didn't even have to like go dissect that one, but we're gonna go back to like Section 80, which is like years and years ago, you know. It was a lot of songs in that and a lot of messages in that where he was talking a shit ton about how you would like treating others how you want to be treated, you know. Having We're gonna go from that into Damn, because Damn is another one too. And he was talking a lot about how it can feel like you worked your ass off so much to get out of a situation, or to get out of poverty, or to get out of a place where you feel like you no longer have to struggle, or you no longer have to be, you know, trying to hustle and survive and shit. You're in like survival mode, and you can finally say you made it, and fuck whatever anybody else got to say, because they didn't walk in your shoes and live your life. But then at the same time, taking whatever you know and applying it so that the next person, or whomever the fuck is around you, or the people that's around you, your peers and shit like that, also understands that, you know, you don't have to carry all the baggage from some part of your life, or area of your life, or a time in your life into something else, thinking that this is just nothing but another struggle. Now, let's put it to Damn. He had a lot of fucking songs in that he was talking about respect. He was talking about pride, ego, you know, all these different things. And a lot of the stuff people wasn't, I mean, you know, some people, they listen to music and they're just like, oh, you know, whatever. They don't really listen to it. They don't comprehend. They can listen, they don't comprehend. It's fine. You know, we all been there. I've been there, whatever. But it was certain songs in that where he was talking about how pride can get anybody killed, because anybody can, you know, stand up for their hood, even though, or their whatever, no matter what it is, any part of your life, you can stand up for your fam, be like, I ride and die, I'm ride or die, I ride for my family, all that shit that people do, and get caught up because their family's not always doing the right fucking things, and you get put in situations where your ass is the one that's on the fucking line. If you understand where I'm coming from, it can be any aspect though. It doesn't necessarily just be family, but it's things like that. Like you can ride for your whole fucking, you can ride for your whole fucking your hood or whatever the fuck it is you do. But if your hood is still acting crazy, your boys are still acting like this, your female friends are still acting like that, they still popping out babies, not even learning the lesson, da, 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 da. That shit can get you like killed because you can be in situations where you're like, you're not supposed to be in, but the fact that you take so much pride in riding for your family or blood relate, all that shit, it can get you killed, you know. But the pride will be literally pride will be the death of everyone if they don't, if they don't consider, first of all, if you don't put yourself first, more so like if you don't respect yourself, or more so um, if you don't love yourself enough to get yourself out of situations that's not for you. I don't give a fuck what the situations are. I don't care what it is. I don't give a fuck if family is like you telling me that you're gonna disrespect yourself, or you don't have as much love for yourself to put your foot down and be like, no, I'm not doing that. I'm not gonna go to the depths of that for you when you're in the wrong, or you're not doing your part to make a situation better. Like you're out here being a menace, you want me to ride for you. That means I don't respect myself enough. I don't love myself enough because I'm gonna go to jail for you, and you're the one out here doing wrong. You know, just shit like that. This doesn't have to be that deep, but understand where I'm coming from. Um, Pride is definitely a big issue for a lot of people. Ego is too. Um, Pretending to be one way but really is another. That shit is not good. Like I don't understand why. It doesn't matter, but it's things like that that can fuck up any type of relationship. I don't give a fuck what it is, you know. Family, friends, you know, lovers, whatever, because people feel as if, you know, I'm so down for shit, however, not considering their own life and what they have going, and what's ahead of them. Like you don't know where the fuck you're going to be in 5 years. 5 years you could be this big personality that's doing big things and helping so many people, but have been in a situation and you allowed that to go on how long it did, and you ride for people who wasn't being honest about what the fuck it is you riding for, and you get caught up. That 5 years, that the 5 years later that you could have definitely been out here doing what you're supposed to be doing, just got fucking cut because now your ass is sitting in jail, or whatever the case may be. Anything like that, you gotta understand where I'm coming from. And I don't give a fuck what it is. It's like is yeah. So this could be as simple as that, where you're just contemplating like, am I ready to allow whatever the fuck this is? Like, are you ready to get out of whatever this hangman shit is? Not like get out of it, like get out of whatever it is. It's more so of like something that you are doing. This mask shit could just be you kind of just going with the flow. Like, yeah, I'm cool with, you know, uh, putting the whole on my back and just let it all be on me, taking on all the guilt, all the shit. Like people throwing banana peels and shit at me, I'll take it. You know, I'll be all right. It's, you know, no, you're not the Hunchback of Notre fucking. Are you wanting to be in the Feast of Fools and all this other shit? He was like, no, you don't want to be nobody's fool. He had to realize himself that he was being oppressed by some fucking piece of shit, whatever the fuck his name was. I forgot. That was one of my favorite movies back in the day. But this dude was keeping him down, making him feel so bad about himself that he wouldn't rise to the occasion and gain the strength within to not allow somebody to make him feel so low and so bad about himself. You know, like the dude was evil, literally making this guy feel as if anybody was to ever come see you, they're going to, or if anybody was to ever see you or ever witness you, you know, you'll just be unloved and people won't love you. They'll just laugh at you and shit like that. And it's like the whole time it was holding himself back from being great. You know, it's the same shit like that, no matter what it is, you know. So are you gonna hide? You know, are you gonna conceal, wear this mask, and be okay with people throwing banana peels and tomatoes and shit at you? It's like rotten tomatoes. It's like, what? In any aspect, you know what I mean? It's the same shit. So it's all about what are you willing to sacrifice at this point. And not only in that damn movie, but we're not talking. We could be talking about that, but like, it's literally, what are you willing to sacrifice for the sake of whatever this is, your own, like, you. This is like your identity and shit. So you're no longer Gemini if you're gonna let this, if you're gonna allow that to happen. You're no longer Gemini if you're not fucking communicating, if you're not talking, if you're not fucking like expressing, if you're not being heard. You are a creator of, but the shit's reversed. Where the fuck is Gemini at? Will the real Gemini please stand the fuck up? Like, that's all I'm, you know, because yeah, exactly. And you got the Three of Cups. Where the fuck is Gemini? No need to hide. No need to fucking hide. And I don't know if this is like a marriage or relationship or whatever. It's like, you don't need to hide. If you need to be heard, if you've been sitting here wondering, like, should I fucking be heard? Should I stand up? Should I talk? Should I speak my truth? Should I whatever? I feel like you've been contemplating enough. Yeah, I feel like you should definitely take this fucking mask off and talk your shit. Whatever the hell that is. I don't know what, this could be about anything. This could be a stage. Maybe this is like you getting on stage or you getting on a platform and saying what you need to say or talking your shit. This could be anything. For some of you guys, this is music. With this drum here and self-expression. But it's like, you gotta send a clear message. Are you gonna send a clear message with a mask on? Or are you gonna send a clear message as Gemini? No matter which Gemini is coming out, it doesn't matter. Oh, wait, or which one would you rather do? I'd rather it be Gemini. Like, give it to me straight. I'd rather you give it to me straight than try to cover shit up and conceal and hide and let me be behind a mask and speak out the side of my neck. No, just fucking say what's up. Like, damn. It's like, just say it. It can also be how you present something. You know, some people don't like when people, you know, they don't like how people present themselves. And that's fine, you know. You're not supposed to be liked by everybody anyways. So, this uncertainty can just be you not knowing what other people is gonna, yeah, thinking, saying shit. That's going back to the beginning when I was saying all that shit in the beginning. It's like, but does it matter though? For real, for real? Now, this could also be where you're just like doing it out of ego, or you see somebody else doing it, so you feel like I should be doing it too. Or, or this could, whatever. I really feel like for somebody, this is more so of like taking one for the team. Fuck that. First of all, it's a team, so why the fuck are you the only person taking something for the team? No. This is like a horror movie where you're just kind of like, no, I want all, you know, being noble and shit. Fuck all that. In this situation, no. It's like you're standing up so that everybody survives, including you. But if there's a situation where it's like, you know, you're standing up, like I said, you stand up for people, stand up for your family, but your whole family don't, you know, they just sit around and wait for Gemini to fix things. That's not, isn't nobody, it's like, if people are following your lead, you should be doing it because you should be doing it because you're doing it, not because somebody wants you to do it, or people are relying on you to do it, or it's about what they want. What is it that you want? Or somebody's like, damn, like, Gemini, they're doing this, that, and the third. Maybe you should do it too. Yeah, but you know that shit's unoriginal. Somebody already done it before. Why would you do it? But if this is just about you having ideas of how to express something, how to be heard, how to be, how to do something here without it being, without it coming off as ego driven, man, it's for a lot of people, or for somebody. or without you sacrificing something for it. That may be something that's like, that could be the reason why you're waiting or you're contemplating, because it's all about shit, what I was about to say, it's all about like timing. All right, let's go ahead and finish this up. Let's get some, yeah, you have Pisces in your chart, you have Aries in your chart, you don't have to. Some of you guys is heavy on the community, heavy on relationship, heavy on marriage, heavy on family, possibly. Could be friends or just close people that's close to you. But this is freedom of expression. It's supposed to be freedom of expression with this creator upright. I'm trying to figure out, like, it being in reverse, that's really odd coming for a Gemini, but with mask here, it makes a lot of sense. I don't know why you're afraid to express something here without showing your face. Or without showing people who you are, the real you, or all, like, even if you're fucking crazy, so what? Or I'm not gonna just say crazy, but you know, even if it sounds crazy, how about that? Even if it seems like, I'm not even gonna say diabolical, that's not the word. Even if it seems like, you know, I don't know the word I want to use. I want to say feisty, but no. Sassy, no. Even if it seems like, not even, maybe bold, maybe bold. Anyways, but it's for the people though. I don't give a fuck if this is like your hood, your whatever. It's like, it's for the people. You're for the people right now, especially with environmentalists, and then you being the creator, you freedom of speech and expression and shit like that. This is definitely for the people, or a community of whatever type of community. Because if it wasn't, the mask wouldn't be here. People usually don't. If you're at home in the comfort of your own home and by yourself, you're usually doing whatever the fuck it is you want to do. You're saying what you want to say. You're expressing everything with no problem. So it's like, why are you not able to do it in this situation? You know, why is it not as easy? Is it because of other people? Because usually it is. It's like, you gotta watch what you say and how you say it and the tone and blah 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 blah. And it's like, it's understandable. Sometimes I get a little rough, you know. Um, People told me all kinds of shit about myself, and I understand. Like, I'm well aware of a lot of stuff, and I'm like, okay, like, I get it. You know, like, yeah, you're right. You know, I'm not gonna say, oh no, you're wrong, and how dare you try to, like, no. I know when I'm wrong. I know when I'm wrong, and I know when I'm at times where, you know, I could do better. I'm not, you know, I'm not oblivious to shit. But sometimes you do gotta kind of like break yourself up out of that shell of trying to be a people pleaser so nice all the fucking time, because people will take you like as if you're just some fucking joke, or as you're just like, you know, like, oh, okay, Gemini's okay, that means I can disrespect or it's like, no, you cannot. That shouldn't be like a go. That shouldn't be the green light to keep disrespecting, or the green light to keep fucking somebody over or something like that. It's like, what? Or not, like, it doesn't have to be that deep, but it's like, not the green light. That's not the green light. It's not the go ahead to keep abusing someone or whatever. So let's get this over with. Let's see. Last card, different deck, completely different deck, and we're gonna get you up out of here. This shit went on longer than it was supposed to, but it is what it is. And like I said, this is any aspect of your life. This might not even happen yet, but how about I say, it will for somebody. It's like, I don't know, if you just don't want to be looked at as like Dr. Jekyll or Mr. Hyde, or I don't know, it's like you don't want to be looked at as like a certain way, like, oh my god, Gemini just freaking like exposed their dark side, their shadow side. this is so new, or this, no, that shit was lying dormant for a long fucking time, possibly, maybe not. Maybe you've got a lot of, maybe you have a lot of placements that is real, like, sensitive or something, where you kind of just, you kind of hold back, or you don't really, you're not all in somebody's face or all in people's face with your disgust or something or whatever. This could be somebody else. But it's like seeing the side, you know, shadow sides is not bad. I mean, yeah, they can be, but shadow sides is meant to be worked with. If you try to sit here and just be so against it and try to hide it so much, it's gonna look all deceptive and it's gonna look bad. But if you know, it's gonna look like you're hiding shit and something's wrong with you and whatnot. But if you actually say, you know, just work with your shadow at times when it appears and when it comes out, is not necessarily a new thing, you know. Well, it'll be new to people who don't know you or new to new people, but it should be an old thing to new people or to people. Well, it should be an old thing to people who knows you, because they like, oh well, Gemini's just having, that's just, you know, that's just Gemini's alter ego. That's just, you know, just, you know, Gemini's off day or something. So it's not, yeah, do not push me. This could be work. But yeah, is the energy of do not push me. Some of you guys may say fuck it and let somebody have it. I don't know. But yeah, yep, here it is. Take care of yourself. I literally just said this shit. These cards actually came out for you. I was looking at the bottom of the deck. But yeah, these are the cards that I didn't read this one just yet. But say, yeah, take care of yourself, and just the present moment counts. So you guys could be up there in age, but yeah, hug a tree. Get grounded. I'm not saying you aren't, but yeah, self-care. I said self-care is gonna be real significant. I don't give a fuck if you're a man or a woman. Real significant here. From today on, real significant. Because you may have people who pushing your buttons, trying to push you. They like, oh, Gemini not going to snap. Gemini not going to walk away. And they're not going to turn their back. You know, they're going to always, you know, Gemini's going to be like, fuck all this. We about to get back. I'm about to be back on my snotty nose kid shit. When, I don't know if you used to be bad as fuck when you were younger or kid, but that's what you about to be on. You might have been flicking people off when you were 8 years old and shit. You about to be right back onto that. I don't know. That's for somebody. Maybe not. If somebody don't stop pushing you or pushing you to the edge or something like that, and they're gonna be like, oh my god, yeah, go get some fresh air, Gemini, because somebody's gonna be like, oh my god, you know, they're doing this to me. And it's like, but you've been poking the bear this whole fucking time. I told you I was a bear. Now that the bear is attacking, now all of a sudden you're the victim and I'm the one that needs to go in timeout. Fuck that. Anyways, it's been real. I'm gonna leave it at that. It's time for you to be heard, whatever that means. So I'm out. It's been real. We got time for one more, so I don't know who's next. Matter of fact, let's see. Nope, I don't know who's next. You don't want to know who popped up when I just pulled the card. I'm not doing that one. But I don't know who's next, and we'll just see whenever I get back on in a minute. So I'll be right back. It's been real, Gemini. I appreciate your time and all that. Hopefully somebody got something out of it. And yeah, it's a wrap. Excuse me, hit the likes and shit. Y'all just been sitting here acting weird.